It's 5 o'clock on April 2nd. I'd like to call this meeting to order. If we could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Any additions to the agenda? I need a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
I'll move.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I need a motion to approve the following minutes of the special meetings.
I'll move.
Second?
Special meeting dates November 19th, December 1st, December 2nd, December 3rd, January 12th, January 13th, January 27th, and February 2nd. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, new business. This is a resolution appointing the superintendent of schools and approving employment agreement. And bear with me. Whereas the Board of Education conducted a thorough search process to select a new superintendent of schools, and whereas the Board of Education, after careful consideration, has determined that Mrs. Andrea Falvo possesses the experience and necessary qualifications to serve as a superintendent of schools of the Hamilton Central School District, and to continue the orderly administration of the school district's ongoing programs and projects, and whereas Ms. Andrea Falvo has agreed to accept the Board of Education's offer to the employment as the superintendent of schools effective July 1st, 2026. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby appoints Ms. Andrea Falvo as the superintendent of schools of the Hamilton Central School District effective July 1st, 2026. The Board of Education hereby approves as written contract of employment attached, containing all of the relevant and applicable benefits, terms, and conditions of employment for the superintendent of schools. And the Board of Education authorizes the president of the board, or the vice president in her absence, to execute the said agreement on behalf of the school district and to file the same with the school district. Can I have a motion?
I'll move.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Do that and then we'll execute.
Should I go to the podium
Yeah.
for this? Hi, everyone. I'm Corey Duclos. I was appointed as the chair of the search committee, and I'm going to be reading from the press release that will be going out now, which also includes quotes from us on the board, which is a little strange to quote people when they're sitting right there. And also as a quote for myself, which is also strange. But the Hamilton Central School District is excited to announce the appointment of Andrea D. Falvo as the new district superintendent. Mrs. Falvo has been appointed during this special meeting today. She will officially assume the duties of superintendent on July 1st, 2026, succeeding Bill Dowsland. The Board of Education was impressed with Mrs. Falvo throughout the interview process based on her broad experience in public education, her background working closely with HCS teachers and administrators, and her familiarity with issues facing schools in our region. Mrs. Falvo began her career teaching chorus, general music, and music history in the Rome City School District. She bolstered and expanded her appreciation for performing arts while serving as the Rome City School District Director of Fine Arts and Engineering Technology, among other positions she's held in public school teaching and administration. According to Hamilton Central School Board Vice President Jennifer Jones, quote, Andrea's well-rounded experience across education makes her an exceptional fit for Hamilton Central School. She brings a comprehensive understanding of what districts like ours need to succeed. She understands both the big picture and the day-to-day realities of public education, and that perspective will be invaluable as we continue to strengthen our programs and support our students, staff, and community. Most recently, Mrs. Falvo has worked as a labor relations specialist for the New York State United Teachers. In her role, Mrs. Falvo represented teachers in contract negotiations across central New York, including as a representative for the Hamilton Teachers Association. HES board member Sung Che felt that Mrs. Falvo's work with NYSUT made her a great fit for understanding the district and the region. Quote, as a representative of the New York State United Teachers, Andrea Falvo has a record of facilitating a set of significant collective bargaining agreements for many of the schools in our region. She has demonstrated expert knowledge of educational law and experience on the most pressing issues affecting schools in New York's central region, including state funding for rural schools, declining enrollment, evolving educational standards, and teacher shortage. She is not only an advocate of public education, but a rising leader in New York State education with an established connection to the Hamilton Central School District. This is the quote from me. One thing that stood out to us about Andrea was that she came with strong references from other superintendents in the region. This was impressive because these were the people who sat across from Andrea during what can often be tense contract negotiations. Her success in this role is a reflection of her ability to forge relationships even in adversarial situations. Starting in June of 2025, the board engaged in a rigorous process to evaluate candidates with the help of BOCES District Superintendent Scott Budelman. Working with his assistant, Nikki Miura, Mr. Budelman led several listening sessions with faculty, staff, students, and community members. That information, together with feedback gathered through a community survey, greatly informed the parameters of the search. The board met on 14 occasions to discuss the search process and held 3 rounds of candidate interviews. The initial applicant pool had 14 candidates. 7 were selected for interviews during the first round, 4 for the second round, and finally 2 finalists were chosen. According to board member Amanda Phillips, throughout each stage of the process, the board was impressed with Mrs. Falvo's professionalism, candor, understanding of our district, and leadership approach in public education. The board extends our heartfelt gratitude to Scott Budelman and Nikki Miura for their exemplary leadership, which played a crucial role in ensuring a smooth and impactful search process. The end of this process will also mark the beginning of Mr. Dowsland's well-deserved retirement. HES Board President Michelle Jacobson expressed gratitude for his service that is undoubtedly shared widely across the district community. Quote, I want to thank Mr. William Dowsland, who has dedicated over 30 years to education, the majority of which has been in service to the Hamilton Central School District. Throughout his tenure, Mr. Dowsland has exemplified extraordinary dedication to the welfare of children and to the mission of public education. His leadership, integrity, and unwavering commitment to students embody the highest ideals of the profession. He leaves behind a remarkable legacy and very big shoes to fill. We can all take a moment to thank Bill. In the coming months, the board will work with both Mr. Dowsland and Mrs. Falvo on the transition. Mrs. Falvo has stated that she will be starting right away to get to know more people in the district, and we'll be advertising more opportunities to get to know her in the coming months. But the first of those is right now, where we will welcome Mrs. Falvo to say a few words. So please give her a warm welcome.
Thank you very much, everyone. It's difficult to be standing in an auditorium, not on a stage and not wearing all black, because that was my previous career, but I'm so excited to be here tonight. And it's hard to look out in the audience and see people that have been so important to me in so many different phases of my educational career and my life, including the people that I worked with in Hamilton before I have switched gears to come into this role. So I just wanted to share a couple of quick things with you beyond my excitement. When I first came to Hamilton 6.5 years ago to meet with Zach Darrow when he was the union president, I can remember pulling into the town and thinking to myself, wow, this place is great. I can't believe I have an assignment where I get to go and have coffee and talk to people and walk around this town and then eventually go see the school. And that was before I even met anyone. And then I had an opportunity to talk to Zach about what was going on in the school district and some issues that were happening, and he told me it's a great place. You will love the superintendent. You'll have an opportunity to meet with him and talk to him. We always can solve problems. And from that first moment, when Zach told me that, and the first moment I came here to meet with Bill Dowsland and worked with the association on 2 contracts, I knew that it was a place I wanted to be. And I had thought to myself even then, if there's an opening here at some point, this is where I want to be. And as luck would have it, finally, I had to wait him out for a while, but after several years, Bill finally agreed to leave and left a spot for me. And I had been considering this since I heard of his retirement last year. And it was a really tough decision to make, to start thinking about being an educational leader again, even though that was such an important part of my life because of the ties that I've made across the region with different districts. But throughout all the work that I've done at NYSUT, and even in the time that I spent, which was so valuable working with HTA, I really miss the students. And I missed the opportunity to work on something for the greater good that I wasn't able to do in my union position. So while those years were extremely valuable to me, I truly missed it. And when I saw this opportunity, I knew I had to pursue it. Over the last several months, these 5 people have dedicated so much of their time to listening to me talk about my life and trying to find the right fit for this district. They've given up countless hours away from their families, and I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for what you do for this district. I truly appreciate it, and I can't wait to work with you. So first, can we please give the board a round of applause? And Bill, I want to make sure I say thank you to you too. Bill Dowsland and I have had several years of working together across the table. I'm going to make him sit on the other side of it now when we talk. But it was your leadership and your willingness to sit down and talk across the table for me that allowed me to know I could do this role and I could be accepted here because of the work we did together. And that is a credit to you. So thank you, Bill, and thank you for all your service. I have been extremely fortunate to have always loved school. There was about a 6-week period of time where I didn't like it. And I'm sure my mother is thinking back to what it was, but I do want to share that with all of you because it shaped my love of school for the rest of the time I was there. When I was in 1st grade, my family moved from upstairs in my grandparents' house to a new house across town, and I had to change schools. And the new school that I went to did not have my aunt and uncle teaching down the hall, and I didn't know anybody. And all of the other students that were in 1st grade went to kindergarten together, so they were close. And I was not part of their community. And I cried every day for 6 weeks, relentlessly. And the teacher that I had, Mrs. Lee, still every day would come and talk to me. She was kind but firm and said, okay, you cried, let's get through it, and let's move on. And Mrs. Lee helped me to love school. And because of her, I have never really wanted to be anywhere else but school. And I thought, boy, nobody could ever replace Mrs. Lee. No one ever could be as good of a teacher until I got to high school and I met another person who changed my life, and she's here tonight too, Miss Christine Scharf. And she always supported everything I did, went to every show, supported me in every job I got, and she's here tonight. So Scharf, I just want to say thank you for being here. All of the teachers that I had made a tremendous impact on me, as the administrators and other people who were part of my educational career have. And they taught me the importance of focusing on every student and making sure that every student had an opportunity. And just like the motto of this district, every student, every day, that's my personal motto, and it's something I intend to do while I'm here. I'm so proud to have this opportunity to serve all of you. I am so glad that you came here tonight. I know you all have many things to do, and the fact that you're here to support my start of my leadership career here means so much to me. And I hope that I can share many, many happy memories here with you and that we can work collaboratively together for many years. Thank you to my husband, my daughter, my family, my friends, and all of you here in Hamilton. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. I appreciate it, and I can't wait to get to work.
On behalf of the board, I'd like to give you your first, and hopefully not last, such so much. And if I could please have a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I'll
And-
move. I'll move.
A second.
And we will meet in the hallway for time to meet and greet. And so thank you again all for being here. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.